I caught my cheating wife with hidden cameras. Mark had always believed trust was the foundation of his marriage. For 5 years, he and Lisa were the picture-perfect couple, or so he thought. Lately, something had changed. Lisa was distant, her laughter absent, her phone always glued to her hand. Whenever Mark asked if something was wrong, she'd brush it off, saying, "You're imagining things." But Mark couldn't shake the feeling. Late one night, his suspicion boiled over. Unable to sleep, he purchased a small set of hidden cameras. He hated the idea. He wasn't a man who snooped, but his gut told him something wasn't right. The next day, while Lisa was out for a friend's lunch, Mark discreetly installed the cameras, one in the living room, one in the kitchen, and one in their bedroom, areas where she spent most of her time. A mix of guilt and desperation sat heavy in his chest. He didn't know if he wanted to find anything at all. 2 days later, Mark sat at his desk, reviewing the camera footage on his laptop. For the first few hours, nothing seemed out of the ordinary, Lisa texting, watching TV, and pacing around the house. But then, in the early afternoon, he saw it. A stranger, a man, walked into his home. Mark's breath caught. He fast-forwarded, his hands trembling. What he saw next shattered him. Lisa embraced the man in their living room, her smile brighter than it had been in months. They laughed, whispered, and kissed. Mark slammed the laptop shut, his heart pounding. That night, Lisa returned home, acting as though nothing had happened. Mark stared at her across the dinner table, his mind racing. Should he confront her? Should he wait? Finally, he couldn't hold it in. "I know what you've been doing," he said, his voice low but steady. Lisa froze, her fork halfway to her mouth. "What are you talking about?" Mark leaned in, pain and anger clear in his eyes. "I saw it. I installed cameras, Lisa. I saw everything." Her face paled, the mask of innocence slipping away. She opened her mouth to speak, but no words came. In that moment, Mark realized the woman he had loved, trusted, and built his life with had been lying to him. "I want you out," he said quietly, his voice shaking. Lisa stood, her expression filled with guilt and regret, but Mark had already turned his back. That night, as she packed her bags, Mark sat alone, staring at the empty living room where their happy memories once existed. The cameras had revealed the truth, but the truth had broken his heart. Yet as the door closed behind Lisa, Mark felt something unexpected: relief. It hurt, yes, but now he could rebuild, free from the lies. Sometimes, the truth hurts, but it's the only path to true healing. This story is emotional, suspenseful, and ends with a sense of empowerment and closure. Let me know if you'd like any edits or expansions.